Hey everybody, what's going on, and welcome to Guns N' Roses Central. And we got some big news if you guys are fans of Slash and featuring Myles Kennedy and the Conspirators. We knew that Slash was going to be putting out a new album. In fact, he had teased some release dates. He teased some upcoming tour dates, which they've announced like 5 of so far. But today he announced the name of his upcoming record as well as an official release date. So the album is going to be called Living the Dream, and it's going to come out on September 21st, 2018. He's released a new trailer for it with some snippets of some of the music that's going to be on the album. He also revealed a North America tour that's going to take place in September and October. So they're going to be playing a number of dates across Canada and the United States. In fact, it's only one date across Canada and the rest are in the US. And then, of course, Guns N' Roses play Asia in November. Now, they haven't revealed anything that's going to happen next year, but I think it's safe to say that 2019 is going to be a busy year from him. So let's look at some of the tour dates. So between September 13th and October 14th, Slash is going to be on tour with Myles Kennedy. They're going to kick off the tour at the Whiskey A Go-Go in LA, and they're going to play all across the US. And then they're going to finish off on October 14th at the Aftershock Festival in Sacramento, California. So the tickets go on sale later this week on June 22nd, but you guys can actually get some pre-sale tickets starting tomorrow at 10 a.m. local time for each stop. So if you use the password /18, you'll get access to the tickets. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are. I've put the link to the trailer down below, and let me know what you think is in store for Guns N' Roses in 2019. I had previously reported the album was going to come out in September because that's what Megan had said on social media, so it looks like that's finally confirmed. Let's go on to our next news story of the day. I want to give a shout out to Brando from Appetite for Distortions. So he did an interview with one of the members of Tyler Bryant and the Shakedown. So Graham Whitford, who's the son of Aerosmith's Brad Whitford, came on the show and discussed opening for Guns N' Roses back in 2016 and, of course, right now in Europe. And he also talked about how Axl and Slash have been really good to him. He said, I met Slash a couple of times over the years with my dad, and I always remembered how nice of a guy he was, just a sweet, sweet person. Tyler may have told you this story, but the first time we did a show with Guns N' Roses in Cincinnati, I think we bumped into Slash, and he said, I actually have your guys' record in my car. I love your band. I don't think he realized who I was at the time. Then the next time he saw me, I think he actually had seen my dad since then, and we talked about the fact that we were on tour with them, and he was like, dude, I'm so sorry I didn't recognize you at first. I didn't realize who you were. He also said that Axl Rose has been really, really nice to us as well. I'm sure Tyler told you the first time we spent time with him, he referred to us as being the first opening band he wouldn't have to ignore. So some of the other opening acts that have opened for Guns N' Roses include Alice in Chains and The Cult during the Tyler Bryant and the Shakedown stints in 2016. And of course, they also were touring with Wolfmother, Billy Talent, Chris Stapleton, Billy Talent, and then Lenny Kravitz and Zakk Wylde. So that's some pretty high praise from Axl Rose. If you guys want to listen to the full Appetite for Distortion interview, I've linked to it down below. Let's go on to our next news story. So Appetite for Distortion also did an interview with Alan Niven, who is Guns N' Roses' former manager, and he talked a bit about the similarities between their former rhythm guitarist Izzy Stradlin and Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain in the interview. I think when it comes down to us, we live certain archetype events and processes, and I think the archetypical process here is careful what you wish for, because once you become somebody of that kind of profile, once we have problems that come with it. He also said if you have money in the bank, it solves all the problems you had when you were poor. However, it gives you a different set of problems, and that can produce just as much as anxiety and stress. He said in that respect, maybe Kurt and Izzy share an experience, because with Izzy, he never expected Guns to be as big as it was, and he wasn't happy when it became that big. Look at what he did with the Juju Hounds. It was, let's go play some clubs, let's dial it back, let's concentrate more on the music. I don't want to spend 3 years making an album. And then this is some news that surprised a lot of people, including myself. So Guns N' Roses have been showing some photos of their private plane they've been using in Europe, and it's got the GNR Air logo on it. And then it turns out the band has started another website to promote this private plane. It's called flygnrair.com. So if you guys go to the website, they basically have some of the tour dates you can buy tickets to, and then they also have merchandise they're selling as well. Now, you can't buy it yet, you can pre-order it, but there's a bunch of different shirts and hats and other stuff you can buy. So I'm not sure when all this stuff is going to go live, or it's almost like viral marketing or just like a gag. But these are some of the things you guys can check out on the website. The website is also linked below in the description box in one of the articles. And even the band Avenged Sevenfold's taken a cue from Guns N' Roses' private plane. They posted something on social media. It turns out they were at the same airport as the guys from Guns N' Roses in Europe. And then they just took a little video of Guns N' Roses' plane and then their own plane, asking fans what they should call their private plane. We also have one of the few interviews that Slash and Duff have done. Sorry, Axel doesn't do this interview. So there was a promotion that Guns N' Roses were doing for these in-ear monitors that they've been using on tour as part of the Not in This Lifetime tour called Jerry Harvey Audio. So there's an interview with basically all the members of Guns N' Roses with the exception of Axel talking about the monitors and talking about the tour. So I've linked to that down below as well if you guys want to check it out. So that basically does it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you love Guns N' Roses as much as I do. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have yourself a good one.